Hello, everybody. Oh, I am just a few minutes late here. Sorry about that. Dinner took a little longer to make than I normally does. So I made some fajitas. I got some frozen chicken out and was cooking it up. And so let me go into that a little bit deeper. So I get frozen chicken from Winco. And the bag that I usually get has several big pieces of large chicken breast, I think. And they came out as really big pieces this time. There was only 5 in the bag, where there's normally a little bit more. And they barely fit in the pan. And so I cooked them up, and they take probably closer to 30 minutes to cook all the way through. Got through, they all cooked up, and then I made the dinner, and I ate it, and it was yummy, and it was great. So I was just kind of cleaning up afterwards. I still got dishes to do after, but I didn't want to wait any longer to get this done. There's dishes that need to soak at the moment. So anyway, welcome back to Final Fantasy XI, guys. I'm sorry for being late by a couple minutes, but here we are. So last time we played was on Wednesday, and we finished up doing nation stuff, and we went into Zarkabard. We went to the Battle of Zarkabard, but seemingly because things changed around a little bit in terms of what the history originally was, we now had the Dark Lord. We now had Shadow Lord actually popping out and attacking the diversionary squad while we were inside the keep. We were able to rescue Portia, but in the ensuing chaos and the retreat that happened afterwards, Sir Ragelise was basically dragged in front of the disciplinary council and disgraced and removed from knighthood, essentially. At the end of it, he and Portia decided to make a decision to go off to Castle's Val Bailey's to see what went wrong, more or less. Not that they know that something went wrong, but certainly there was portents of something weird happening. So they're going to go into trying to do more about that. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and meet back up with them out at the location. So I have some candy rings here I'm going to eat while I stream. I didn't get to have a little sweet something. Yeah, that's how close Disney was, is that I didn't even get to have my sweet before we got to get started, so. So this morning, I wanted to play some Helldivers 2, but it seemingly was needing an update. There was some issues that people were having with the latest patch, so they were able to throw some things out and fix it. So meanwhile, I went ahead and I played a few hours in the playtest I talked to you guys about, Star Rupture. I got into it, and I'm enjoying it so far, and honestly, it's going to be a game we stream when it officially comes out. I have not gone into their Discord yet to take a look and see what they're doing. But with everything that I've seen so far in playing, I played about 4.5 hours of it today, and it's really fun. Honestly, it is. It's an interesting way how they do it. So, and I don't want to explain it all because I kind of want it to stay a surprise. So you're basically one of 4 inmates that gets dropped onto a planet that's going to be used like commercially. So it's going to be digging up resources and sending them off to corporations, more or less. And by doing so, you get upgrades back and doing things. So different corporations specialize in different things. So one is more into like health and food recipes. Another is set up in like weaponry. Another does like storage and logistics and stuff like that. So you're getting these resources and you're sending these recipes and building up these lines. So it plays so far with with the diggable, the mineable resources, the raw materials, it handles more like Satisfactory, where there isn't a limited supply in a place, so you don't have to keep like rebuilding. You don't have to keep finding new sources necessarily and going and having to like reset up your foundries like you would in Factorio. But it's like Factorio in some other cases. You have to deal with kind of like optimization of your supplies and setting things up to go where they need to go. Everything has to be powered. Everything has to be connected to a grid, and you have to handle power situation there, which is fairly simple. I'm going to go ahead and pause here for this cutscene. Where could they have gone? So Portia and Ragelise have run this way. So we're trying to catch up to them. If I might hazard a guess, the throne room would be a probable location, a likely candidate. There's only one way to find out. Come on. Aquila and Hadral and Larzos. That we three could again be reunited. The fates are kind, are they not? Ah, how I long for those bygone times. Days filled with the learning of blade and book, followed by evenings of endless conversation of our shared ambition. Oh, how we used to while the night away. Especially well do I recall the day I turned 15 summers old and became a woman grown, when I assumed the mantle of being Vanadil's custodian. The hair ornament you gave me, Mother. Ever since that day, I have always kept it close, that I might never lose sight of my purpose, nor let dwindle my inner rage. Forgive me my forthrightness, but we haven't the time to listen to your happy reminiscences. I came here for no other purpose than to learn the identity of that mysterious entity, the source of its power. What can you tell us? I have not left to lose. You spoke of a way we could still live and continue fighting in spite of the curse. I beg you, if there's truly a way, please share it with him, with us. When the Harbinger cometh, the maiden of the dusk shall descend, with wings that to bear in crimson steeped, on high the world she tends. A prophecy? Familiar, yet unlike the one I heard growing up. When the Harbinger cometh, the champions of dawn shall descend, with wings divine in radiance blessed, the eternal night is end. Naturally, for the prophecy I recited is not of your future, but mine. The time has come for me to reveal all. Tale of two futures, and those who would rise to champion the survival of each. Oh, okay, big lore dump. We're going to finally find out about this. Okay. Okay, so we're going to find out who Lady Lilith is and how she came to be. Okay, so we actually have to go to the throne room itself, it seems. I actually don't quite remember the way to get to the throne room. I think it's fairly self-explanatory. My keyboard's doing the thing again. Okay, so going back to the game I was playing, Star Rupture. What they have set up is that while you're on the planet, there are plants and meteorites and rocks that you can harvest from. But when you remove them, what normally happens in crafter-style world games like that? Either they regrow back, which takes time, or you farm them once and they're just kind of done. You have to go find other locations for them. Now, of course, there are beds like you would see in Satisfactory. There are locations where you specifically farm certain things. So, farming titanium, farming I think it's calcite or calcium. I can't remember what it is. I think it's calcite. and Wolfgram War and stuff like that. But there are other places where you can get stuff. So what you do is you set things up, and then you of course have these lines. I think the thing that caught my interest the most is that they don't use conveyor belts, not conventional ones. They use a different looking conveyor belt. It looks like a monorail for resources. It's these tiny little carts that hold one resource unit each. So you set up these rails that are like up in the air, and you have them connect to inputs and outputs on the particular structures, and that creates part of the circuit for the units. It's for stuff to be powered, as well as carrying things around. So you have different ways things connect. So all the structure for transporting resources and stuff, it's over your head more often than not. Which is kind of cool. And then what they've done is that the reason the name for the star rupture, I find it apparent because about once an hour the world gets reset, somewhat. The resources get reset out on the world. It's all the loose resources, so all the plants and the meteorites get refreshed. But I'm not going to spoil how. It is a different way of doing it, though, and it honestly was a little. It was slightly eye-opening and terrifying how they did it for the game. Anyone who's astute can probably take a logical guess of what happens. Anyway, so I played it for 4.4 hours is what Steam said, so nearly 4.5 hours, and was getting into it. And as much as I love automation games, at some point the logistics and the optimization of resource pooling and stuff like that, it kind of gets overwhelming, and for some reason I get anxiety about it. I don't get why. This always happens with games where you have to not necessarily multitask, but you certainly have to plan ahead. It's like, how do I set this up so this makes more sense? As you go along, you're doing... Oh, hang on a second. Do I not go this direction for the... Oh, hang on. Do I actually not go this way? Oh, that's filled with water. No, I don't go this way. I must have to go through the... Okay, maybe I go through the main gate, then. In present day Vanadil, you go to the sides and you go along the corridors, but that's full of water now. Very odd. The other thing about this game is that it actually has enemies. There's these things called vermin. They look like they look like space arachnids, but only with 4 legs. Understandably, that kind of will put people off, and the settings are extremely particular. So when I stream it, I will probably put an arachnophobe warning on the channel, just to let people know, hey, this is something that's probably going to throw some people off. But so far, I've liked the game. It looks like, and the characters that you get, there's 4 characters that you can pick between. They all talk with each other, whether you're in single player mode or not. So, from what I can see, it is a 4-player. It is a 4-player co-op game that you can play. So you can do it with online, which they don't have for the playtest. They have friends, and they have single player. And frankly, it's been kind of fun. So as you go through, you're kind of able to like upgrade and get more resources and stuff like that. It just continues onward how it is. So I will play more of it this weekend. I don't know specifically how much longer I'll play, because I do have to do stuff this tomorrow or Saturday, as well as getting more progress done in Final Fantasy XI. I'm going to be leveling up my ninja some more in 11, so I've gotten to 87, I think? I can't remember what level I've gotten to. Yeah, that sounds about right, because I've moved on from... Yeah, so I think I've gotten about 87. Once I get it to 99, I'll have some better gear on me, and then I will start doing more Abyssius stuff. that's where I kind of got stuck at. In terms of the game for Star Rupture, I think it's good. It looks really nice. There have been some visual errors at times. They've had textures that didn't work properly, but then they eventually fixed themselves. So it's so for being a playtest, for being it's going into early access, I think it's doing a great job at the moment. So. Now, where are we supposed to go from here? Oh, I think I remember. Yeah, you have to go through the. You have to go to the left or right or something. While we're here, region. Go down to Goddess 2, which should get us the Baileys and the Keep. We can get those cleared away at some point. Gnarled gargoyles, huh? Now, I don't recognize the spelling for gargoyles here. It's O-I-L-L, and I've noticed gargoyle as Y-L. What up? Thank you. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, shoot. I think I entered a new area, so I don't have my trust with me. Ah! That's a problem. Well, everything here is just easy prey, I think, so not horrible, but certainly not ideal. I'll activate my demon, my warding circle, because these are demons. I will say that this is probably the first time I've gotten into a couple of survival games that had some crafting elements to them, but in terms of like automation and stuff like that, this will be like one of the first games I've ever gotten into that's like this. And honestly, I want to play more. I have others on my wish list, but this is like the first one I've actually gotten into. So for Christmas and for January, I will have a couple of new games that I will be getting into. And more often than not, we will probably get into one of them as like something that we'll play more often. There we go. Whew. here, Kodov. We're gonna go ahead and yank everybody in here. Beetle Kodov. Got a Cerberus ring. Ooh. Oh, nice. Attack and ranged attack. It's an okay ring by endgame standards. Platinum Kodov. I also ended up doing the thoracic fight that I've been talking about. So I ended up getting that done today. That was awfully nice. So I'll be able to get into higher levels of the Imperium, into the Empyrean gear, basically when I get it. I think I've gotten one piece so far from Abyssia. But there's other that I can do, and that's why I'm going to be leveling up Ninja so I can actually start getting into that. Thank you, Zed. Yep, this room. It's the portal room. Which can be a little annoying. Give it a second because my trusts have to come running up here. There you are. And warp. Okay. I got 3,000 gil from that. What? I know that seems like an appallingly small choice, but never do I see 3,000 from just a single enemy. My goodness. I mean, the previous one was 109 gil. So it's basically unheard of. I think it's because it was a Shadow Guard demon, as opposed to just the demons that we have here. Oh, it actually warped up. Ah, darn it. So I gotta wait for this to happen now. Ah, missed. You just sit tight. So the portal's over on that part is over there. Is over here. Okay. Berserker demon. He's intimidated by me. Don't have the intimidation stuff pop off very often. There we go. Titanotar. Titanotar. I think I've noticed, and I think I'm slightly remembering, that seemingly if you move and then immediately do a weapon skill, you're more likely to miss. Or seemingly you're more likely to miss. I don't know if that's actually true. Okay. Okay, new home point registered. Fabulous. And we're out to the throne room. Let's see how much different it is here. Lilith! We've come for Sir Ragelise and Portia. Return them to us now. Shameless, willful child. You're intruding upon a private moment. Have you no concept of propriety? What? I was just in the midst of the most pleasant regaling. True nature so callously branded as dark, and the fraudulent bright future whence you came. Fraudulent future? Oh, you truly had no idea? This is deliciously rich, coming from a champion of the dawn. Then do listen in, for there is much you're bound to learn. Am I not right, Kate Sith? You simpleton. You simpleton. You claim to have come from the future, yes? If so, share with all present what you know of the Crystal War, how it concludes, for instance. Hey, who are you calling a simpleton? Having gained momentum in their landmark victory of the Battle of Juno, the Allied forces marched on Zarkabar. There they circled and laid siege to Castle's Fall, the Beastman's stronghold, in an operation held by Ragelise B. Balamont of the Kingdom of Sandoria. After which, the heroes of the Five Races of Altana confronted and felled the Dark Lord in the final encounter. A schoolchild half your age could have woven a more compelling fairy tale. What? Only a dream could a ragtag pathetic excuse for a military alliance hope to overcome the Shadow Lord. Your kind might try for 1,000 years and not once succeed. Crystal War was always a hopeless cause. One who stands among us has recently been made to keenly realize this fact. Then, how do you explain how the Allies prevailed against the Confederate in your future? Well, the answer is remarkably simple. It's because your Vandal is an illusion, a world fabricated by that deceitful cat at Altana's behest. In other words, make-believe. Kate Sith, what is she saying? I hoped it wouldn't come to this. The situation demands that I reveal to you the truth. Disclose all. Listen, then, to what really happened, how history unfolded. It was the year 863. The Allied forces of Altana amassed on Zarkabar, commenced the siege of Castle's Val. But the might of the Beast Confederate proved insurmountable, too great to overcome. The besiegers were quickly overwhelmed by those who had sought to smite, and were dealt a sounding thrashing at the hands of the Shadow Lord, nigh obliterated, not dissimilar to the current situation. Give me a second here. I need to play some lip balm. We'll just turn it right out. This crushing defeat was the beginning of the end. From the Middle Lands, the hands of darkness reached forth, seizing all in its cruel grip. Aragia, Osfura, even Rozawa, far to the north. One after the next fell to the armies of darkness, under the Shadow Lord's reign. The Age of Darkness persisted for some time, what rabble survived, living in despair and squalor under the tyrannous rule of the Beastmen. But there were those who kept the fire of hope smoldering. They bided their time and gathered strength. They might rise up to reclaim that which had been reft from them. These men and women are my kindred spirits, and I, the one chosen to lead them. But no ambition, regardless of its gravity, warrants the path they chose. None cannot be justified. Whatever did they do? In order to fight on even ground with the Shadow Lord, they forged an unholy pact with the Dark Divinity, became the very thing they sought to destroy. The end justifies the means. We chose to accept the gift of immortality, that we might ever continue our struggles in this unending conflict. It cannot be. Honor to stand before you again, Sir Ragelise. Larzos? But what about our future where the Crystal War was won? Seeing her beloved Vandal reduced to a wasteland of death and devastation, the goddess Latana grieved so. She shed many a tear. These tears carried with her wish that Vandal might know peace, a wish that manifested itself as my regal kin and I, the Cates. And then, for our first act, we roused the then slumbering Atamos, and thence traveling through the quarter of time, bearing a single objective: plant the seeds of a Vandal free of a tidal wave of tears, lessen the suffering. With the prophesied champions of the dawn at our side, we hope to slow but surely alter the course of history. Our preferred reality would prevail and displace the one of strife and chaos, which Atomos would then devour, swallow whole. Then the enemy became aware of the plan, caught wind. They, too, returned to the past in an attempt to assure their continued existence. A tug-of-war between two realities has entailed the mess before you, the chaos to which you bear witness. Huh. The story is foolish as it is long-winded. Now do you see? Our Vandal is the sole true future. Yours is but a sham that owes its existence to the selfish whim of an irresponsible deity. By rights, it shouldn't even exist. Is all of this true? Yes, I'm afraid so. And it never crossed your mind that you ought to tell us? Knowledge was, highly classified, strictly confidential. It was for the best that people were kept none the wiser, out of the loop. So the memories of my childhood, of mother and father, even myself, they were all just lies? No, don't believe that for an instant. Perish the thought. But if I'm not an illusion like she says, then what exactly am I? You must believe me, trust in my words. You're no less real than Lilith and her minions. A push to action here, a shove of encouragement there, that was the extent of our involvement, the Kate's role. The future itself, however, was born from the hands, hopes, and dreams of the children of Altana. You have no credit to the notion that your lives and memories are make-believe. You mustn't allow your resolve to waver, for that is exactly what the enemy desires, the weakness they seek to exploit. But... This moment's farce will keep. Master shall soon grace us with his presence, and we must be ready to receive him. Vile woman, detestable wench! What do you mean to do to them? We haven't the patience, nor the blind conviction, to await salvation by some petty deity. We mean to reclaim the future with our own hands. To this end, we have acquired vessels to house the power of gods. No. Odin. O almighty dark divinity, great Odin, devourer of light. Oh my gosh, they're bringing Odin back in. The dark divinity. You have nothing to fear. To those sworn to the dark divinity, the astral wind is but a gust that sets one's hair to dancing. The mark you bear on your chest is proof positive of your allegiance to him. The cry of a mortal soul is that which calls forth the dark divinity, for it is the profoundest depths of emotions, those tempered in the forge of suffering, that he looks upon with fervor, with favor. Grief, rage, rancor, and finally, love. I'm amazed we had Odin come back. Odin judges the worthiness of all who come before him. Vessels made of the strongest flesh, whose souls seethe with unbridled desire. It is through them that we shall attain greatest power. Last time we saw Odin was back in Curses of Aragon. Now, forge the pact. With it, the seeds of all fraudulent futures will be eradicated. In ages past, I oft journeyed the boundless aether to pay visit this emerald isle. Art thou he who has summoned me? Speak thy mind. I come before you, a man ostracized by his own, bereft of a place whereto I might return. Fate has decreed that I must fight unto death. I beseech you, dark divinity, grant me power the equal of the Shadow Lord, that I might sate my rage. I am so proud of you, Father. Please forgive us our many discourtesies, my lord. Guiding you to the right path necessitated our actions. Father? Quite so, my lord, for it was in your union with Matron Portia that Lady Lilith was conceived. Father, mother, am I not the daughter you have always envisioned? Superior in every conceivable way to that undersized, dim-witted slip of a girl? Say that you agree, and I shall take that as leave to rid us of her. Jedith? Licit? Lady Lilith wishes all due privacy for her long-awaited family reunion. Those who would trespass shall be made to sorely regret it. Family reunion? What rot! It's making me really, truly mad. You spite wardens will rue the day you put me into such a foul mood. So she's not the dark version of Lilith like I thought, but she was conceived. Okay, so yeah. My theory was slightly correct. So we don't know who Aquila or Hadral are because we don't have an equivalent of them in our world. We do have a Larzos, so... Okay, we have to be careful not to have Lilith die, because apparently the battle just ends. We go. Oh, no. I don't think you'll get away with this lightly. We'll show you the rightful future. You kept us amused for a while, but it's time to kiss your future goodbye. Impossible! Forgive me, Lady Lilith. We can do this! Let's win back our future! Simple. No! How could I lose? It seems we were overmatched. No, it can't be true. It isn't fair. How could we lose to weaklings like them? Champions of the Dawn. Be it forgotten past or distant future, our paths may yet cross. Your reality shall be consumed. When that time comes, we will see you in the void. Hadral, have you ever wondered what the two of us are like in their world? Splendid mortal, thine ardent rage doth please me well. Go forth, my knight, and set thy soul ablaze amidst the quenchless flames of Asgarth. Bordia, Sir Ragelise! No, I'm saying it all wrong. Father! Mother! I see you've taken it upon yourself to deprive me of 2 playing pieces. But no matter, victory is never without sacrifice. Oh. What? No! Please tell me this isn't happening. It would appear we still lack one Spite Warden. No. I think I know who it is. Because we saw a Taru at some point. It's going to be revealed now. That's... Oh, it's me. I was completely wrong. Someone who requires absolutely no introduction. My final Spite Warden, Jedith. I'd wanted Jedith for myself from the moment I first laid eyes on him. When a woman desires something, she will stop at nothing until her heart is sated. No, this is like... a nightmare. Lilset, steady now, lass. Be strong. Jedith. Whoa, what the heck happened? Wait. Yeah! The goddess have mercy! Oh! Did I not warn you that the future would choose me? Yeah! Illicit's been devoured! Yeah, this is far too dangerous to linger here. We retreat for now. Withdraw! Oh, man. Things took an even further low. Our pieces are now complete. Father, Mother, we are a family united once more, each of us there for one another in needful time. Unlike the compassionless kingdom that saw fit to cast you out, here you shall never be met with abandonment. Now, if you would hear the plight of your daughter, she would beg a boon of you. That meddlesome cat, its insufferable companion, and the malefic will of Altana. It is my heart's desire that these thorns in my side be forever expunged from reality, for all time. It shall be done. Wow. Okay, well. Yikes. So I'm kind of curious what that means, because it means that the world that we've known for a long time is not the true future. This isn't going to necessarily play any difference into the... Oh, I think I've actually gone... Yeah, Ordor versus the... Oh, I guess I was right next to the door to leave the keep. Huh. I mean, man, this is dire straits to have. Now, it's interesting because Portia is also there, but it seems Ragelise. So are they both holding the Dark Divinity as both as avatars, or? That's the thing I don't quite understand. Oh, that's the throne room. Oh my gosh, man, I'm dumb. It seems like Portia hasn't spoken yet, and she has the same glyphs as Ragelise. So at first when Odin was summoned, I thought, oh, are they going to capture light and dark? But no, Alexander didn't get pulled over. So I don't know. Okay. Get back this way because there's a home point right here. Unfortunately, we kind of have to leave the story right there because we have to finish up the rest of the stuff with the Griffins. So here, let's go ahead and do another home point. There we go. You would waste my time with this claptrap? You take me for a fool? Forgive me, Captain Sir, but eyewitness accounts have grown too numerous to disregard. Despite my own skepticism, I judge it best you were informed. Occurrences have stirred disquiet among even the Cardinal Stag's most seasoned veterans. not say if not as to say not of fresh recruits. Utterly absurd. Do you expect me to believe that Count Archiot has returned from the dead? I shall personally set it straight any cowards in my ranks found clattering teeth at ghost stories. Oh, it's you, Jedith. You, see that the discussed matter is kept private, just lest you provoke unwarranted alarm among our men. Dismissed. Sir. Jedith, you were present for the bulk of that exchange, yes? Yeah, what's going on? Cardinal Stags are instrumental in the Allied campaign against Castle's Val. It would serve us ill to have them falling apart to their own minds. Falling prey to their own minds. Make haste to Zarkabard, Jedith, to the Cardinal Stag's encampment. Dubious rumors aside, I would know the soundness of their morale. It seems slightly odd that we in terms of story, we got, oh, where's my words? We got recruited by the Iron Rams, but we've done very little with the Iron Rams. We immediately went and did stuff with the Griffins. Anyway, one way or another, we have to go out to Zarkabard. So, we need to zone to Zarkabard from... Okay, so we need to go to Busting Glacier. So we should take the book, actually. That'll put us more or less right there. So someone had a little bit of a jolt there. Wait! I'm not the enemy! It's me, Bastalt! Phew. For a moment, the vision of my body lying broken within the wreck of this war machine flashed before my eyes. I might ask, Jed, what air brings you so deep within the heart of enemy territory? What brings you so deep in here, kiddo? Sheesh. So the rumor of Count Archiot's sighting has already reached the kingdom. For now, I suggest we rejoin the others. Follow me. You would think that the war machine could get, like, patched up with the colors of the Griffins or something. Nope. Nothing of the sort. For now, I suggest we rejoin the others. According to the map, this should be the right direction. What? We've been going in circles, you say? The nondescript terrain has you confused, surely. The lateral controls of this war machine kept me from navigating efficiently. Effectively. So, if you would care to take the lead, Jedith, I shall be trailing close behind. You possess a map of Zarkabard, I trust. The Cardinal Stag encampment lies at the tapering western edge of the area. Go back the way we came. Come on. Go to F8. I figured as much. A lower level, okay. So across the map, basically. Boring. At some point, we'll get to where I can actually fight that big stuff on screen. The big Tural. All right. Examine the backfilled pit. That's what it's called. Too far? Oh, there it is. I think that Tural is actually following me. I think it's going to jump down on top of me. Okay. Ah! There they are. We've arrived, Jedith. Hello! Look! Castella has returned. Is Bistole? Oh no. Bistole, what took you so long? You've all been sick with worry. My apologies. My patrolling was delayed by a lump of snow that was found its way into a vile part of the war machine's propulsion mechanism. It gives me heart to see you here, Jedith. J. Ramos, My lord. Brief Jeth fully on the present situation. At once, my lord. This may not be news to you, but there has been a number of sightings in these parts of a man wearing an uncanny resemblance to the recently departed Count Archeot. The first sightings were reported some days ago, followed by many more. As word spread among the knights, those known to have been the most loyal to the late Count grew increasingly restless. Paying no heed to the young Count's orders, they struck out in the midst of a snowstorm in search of their former commander. None have been seen since. Our numbers, diminished as they are, we've been able to do little save send forth undermanned search parties, all the while praying that no ill has befallen those gone missing. The timing of your appearance is most fortunate indeed. Aramis, we shall conduct the search with Jed's assistance. Welcome back, Guy Fugi. I wish I knew how to say your name. I wish I did. Okay. I hope you'll forgive me for saying it incorrectly. This delay, Jeth and I shall sweep the southern stretch of Zarkabard. Rahal and Cyranus join Uranus and his team and focus your search on the western region. Yes, sir. Understood. Let us be off. May the goddess guide our way. All right. Now we need to find at H8. I don't know where the watchful pick where the fortification is. I think I needed to be a little closer. Okay, so it says in the southeast corner of H8. Where's the southwest? Here we are. We've yet to comb through this area. How shall we tackle this, XML? Let's split up and search for signs of the men. Mind you don't wander too far away, and report back to this location afterwards. Okay, and then we need to go to the northwest, up the ramp, I think it said? While we're here, let's go ahead and summon her. Ramp. Sunken footprints. My lord. Ungarad! Sweet Altana's name, what befell you? Forgive us, my lord. The men, they... Your father, he... Be strong, man! Ungarad! Father? Father! Wait! Where did he go? Father! Death, you saw him too, right? That was no phantom, no figment of my imagination. Hold on a second. What's that? What's this here? A map of Battaglia Downs. Could father have dropped this before he vanished? It's been marked. Well, I know this place. It's where that hideously misshapen creature resides, but what business could father have with such a foreboding place? Death, I must go there. I know not what awaits, but I must discover the truth. In the meantime, you should take word of this back to Bistolet and the others. Make all haste, Jedith. Little muscle restraint in my thumb, so let me just squeeze it for just a second here. Relax, just a touch. Okay. Yeah, you see those in Final Fantasy 14, but they're not nearly as big. Actually got smaller. Welcome back, Jeth. Did your search effort bear any fruit? What? Exmo's father appeared before your very eyes? I had been leaning towards skepticism, so I hear the rumor confirmed by you, Jeth, is dizzying to say the least. One question plagues me, however. Why does the Count avoid us if he truly lives still? For what purpose does he keep his distance? Until we find the answers to this riddle, we should proceed with all caution. Jeth, you had best pursue Exmo. I shall take word of this unsettling development to Lieutenant J. Ramus and request reinforcements. And gas the creature, the cavernous maw, located in Battalion Downs. It's where Exmo is headed, correct? Okay, so... I need to change map to... Oh, I didn't realize I had the Rising Jima map. So I have not been there yet. Okay, so there's a book there. We have to actually exit Battalion Downs. So if I go to the Norvallen front, Battalion Downs, that book's certainly closer. We'd run up and into Houston and come back down. I think that's what we'll do. We will warp to a different time other than the Ronfar front, because that will mean we have to run somewhat across the city. We can do it faster if we warp to Endoria North. The book and the home point are right next to each other. So. Oh, I haven't stretched my neck today. It was really nice. Ugh. Okay, we want to do the Norvallen front. Tell you down. Okay, and we spawn in here. My eyes tell me you're made of flesh and blood, but is it truly you, Father? Exmil, it warms the heart to see you again. Father has cheated death's voracious jaws. Come, my son and heir, come with me, and together let us journey to a future untouched by strife and suffering. What? Journey to the future? You're making no sense, Father. It's possible if we wield the power of the cavernous maw. We would require the presence of a single man, one in whom you place your trust. The man? Jedith? Is. A future where strife and suffering can reach us not. You mean to say that we might live together in peace once more? To speak the truth, there are few things my heart desires more. But what would become of the cardinal stags? Why does your heart waver, XML? Is it not your wish that we be reunited? No, this isn't right. You entrusted the ring to me, and with it, the care of House Archeot. My duty here is far from over. I cannot turn away from responsibility for the sake of my own happiness. Your craven ways wear on me. Enough of this wretched trickery. If you so desire my life, come take it from me face to face. Fangmonger Zogbog. Tell me, little rabbit, do you truly believe that your father has returned from the grave? If I might recall you to father, wait. Oh, you do slay me. I'll never fall for your foul mechanization, Zogbog. Not in 1,000 years. No father of mine would ever serve his own interest at the expense of his loved ones. Had father truly come back to life, he would have charged into battle at the first beat of his heart. Never would he dream of turning a blade upon his own. Now you will tell me where you've taken my men. Your men? Why, the welfare of the dead shouldn't concern the living, my young count. You fiend! You're long overdue, Jedith. An unexpected guest, have we? Unfortunately, experience taught me well to be ever prepared to entertain. Behold, before you stands a technological marvel, born from the brilliant mind of the genius Orcish engineer, Master Mechlog. Magnificence portrays not a hint of its humble origin as a mannequin I found discarded in the Phononaut channel. Lovingly brought to life through myriad magics, it truly is a testament to the unsurpassed ingenuity of the Orcish race. Unforgivable. For your desecration of father's memory with this abomination, in the name of House Archeot, I swear I shall have your head this day. Tisk, tisk. Ever give it to bravado, I see, but heroic words do not a hero make. I shan't intrude on your touching family reunion. Feel free to take as long as you need. I insist. Warlock. What? Oh! Get the ready, Jeth. There's the mannequin head. Dance with me, my son. Would have made even shorter work of you. Oh. Sorry, technological marvel that was. Ah! Stunned. And you were so tantalizingly close to victory. Hey, Ramus, over yonder. There, the Count! Maximil! The cavalry rise. How insufferably trite. Stay where you are! Take one more sip and I'll snap this little rabbit's neck. Dogbog, you devious fiend. Oh, you children do smother me with praise, but let's not stand on ceremony. Jeth, heed well my demands, or your blade friend's life is forfeit. Take me back to the future, nay, the present, rather. Oh, judging from that telltale reaction, it appears I've surmised correctly. I know you can travel freely between eras by way of these cavernous maws. It might interest you to learn that I, too, have come from the past in the same manner. That's where our similarities end, for unlike you, I have no means of returning whence I came. Jedith, no! You mustn't give in to his demands. You speak out of turn, hostage. As a matter of fact, hostages have no turn to speak. Your choice is remarkably simple, Jedith. Refuse my request, and your feisty little friend here will have his neck bent beyond repair. Even a half-wit would know the correct answer. A feather. It's reacting! Oh, I see now. That feather you possesses acts as a key to activating the portal. I should be taking that off your hands, and be kindly reminded that none is permitted to move a single ill. Another rabbit. Curses. Dog bog. Oh! Rock'em sock'em. Here we go. Oh, and Rahal's gonna get sucked in too? Oh dear. They've vanished. Exmil, Rahal, Jedith. Jedith. How fare you, Jedith? I've scoured the vicinity for the others, but they're nowhere to be seen. Cursed cavernous maw has turned into stone. Was it because of that blinding flash of light? Even the landscape seems to have undergone a change of sorts. Whatever could it be the explanation for all of this? Oh, and Jedith, I believe this belongs to you. I managed to retrieve it in the midst of the scuffle. A white feather. Good job. Lord Exmil and Jedith, I presume. And you are? I am Bastillette, an engineer in the service of the Knights of the Iron Ram. It is both an honor and a delight to make your acquaintance. Engineer of the Iron Rams? Then you must know Bastille. Truly I have that pleasure, for it was at Bastille's behest that I came here to entreat your aid. Bastille sent you say? How for my comrades? Are they unharmed? On this subject, Bastille wished to convey that you may rest assured your friends are safe and well. That knowledge puts my mind at ease. You have my thanks. Now, regarding the matter of aid, what would you have us do? We humbly beseech your assistance in a forthcoming strategy. If you would agree to help us, please accompany me to Jugnar Forest, where my unit's base of operations has been established. We shall brief you regarding the details upon arrival. Oh, it nigh escaped my mind. Jedith, Stole bade me give this to you, laid a token of gratitude. Your assistance 20 years prior, I'm made to understand. 20 years prior? He's an odd one, this Pistolette. Pistolette. Okay. So we're supposed to go to Jugnar Forest now. So we're back in the present with someone who should have stayed in the past. Tell me, Jedith. There ever times you wish you could change the past? Yes. Truly? Then that is one more facet in which we two are alike. That question must have seemed rather out of the blue. The words Zogbog spoke, see, of being able to travel between eras. They recalled to mind a fateful time in my past. It was early in the war, shortly before Sandoria came under the siege of the Bloodwing Horde. What? Another expedition? Aye. My unit departs on the morrow. I'd like to step on Kingdom soil for some time. But you promised you'd be here with us to celebrate Mother's birthday next week. Take this, XML. Charge you with your mother's care in my absence, promising you'll keep her safe until my return. Father. So he got his sword. Shortly thereafter, help came to Sandoria in the form of Dog and his Bloodwing Horde. The paltry force that was left to defend the city did not long withstand the enemy's relentless onslaught. The orcs soon breached the city walls, leaving death and destruction in their wake. Mother! You'll not touch a strand of hair on her head. Oh! Ouch! Mother. No! I failed to uphold my promise. Never before had I felt so powerless. Racked with shame and grief, I saw escape the only way I knew how. Cast the blame on my father. Time and again, I convinced myself that the fault lay with him. He abandoned Mother in her time of need. Looking back now, I was not but a pathetic coward who hid from the pain the veil of anger. Hello, Badai. Please, come on in. Were I given a chance to alter the past, I would protect Mother and make good my promise to Father. Yes, this wishy-washy trial affair makes my ears bleed. Spoony weaklings such as you couldn't hope to change the future. As well try to stop the setting of the sun. Who said that? Show yourself this instant. Father? Had we already defeated that mannequin? I don't know why I'm pulling it out. I should know who this is. No, wait. This one's different than before. Reveal your true identity, you abomination. Is this how children respect their elders? The sharp end of a blade and a tongue to match? Let her know I heard that what you called me. A weakling, and a spoony one at that. I'll not tolerate it. Reduction to Spoony Bard. Aye, such I did call you, and you'd best learn to tolerate the truth. Nay, embrace it. If it's truly your desire to grow strong enough to bring about change. Now listen well, boy. Your stance bespeaks solid groundwork, but the tip of your blade betrays a lack of resolve. Have I illustrated my point, boy? You don indecisiveness as if it were a suit of armor, one that does not but weigh you down. You must learn to cast it aside. Commander Maxenmill. You're late, Basteliette. Hope your tardiness means you've something to show for it. Have you secured the extra hands we require? Certainly, sir. The two standing before you. What? The Mooney pair here? They're Mooney, as you say, then affirmative, sir. If you would accompany me back to base camp, I shall brief you regarding the details of the strategy. Basteliette, wait. Boy, I shall tutor you on swordsmanship, from the fundamentals and the application thereof, to martial strategy and the strengthening of mental resilience. All these things I shall pour unto you from my font of knowledge. Huh? I don't recall enlisting you as my tutor, thank you very much. Besides, I'll have you know that I've advanced beyond the need for further... Mind your insolence! If you wish to grow out of your own shadow as a swordsman, you will accept my offer of tutelage and be thankful. Now come! Father? That's another date. You may go on ahead. I shall join you at the engineer's encampment after my business here is done. Let's leave those two to settle their differences, shall we? This place seems awfully familiar. Have we circled to where we began? Possibly odd. According to the map, this should be the right direction. I've gotten us lost, you say? Well, I never! Suppose you've never been in your life taken a wrong turn when immersed in thought? Where to put this finis on your finis to your grumbling? Please be my guest and lead the way. Business is map the area I trust. The encampment is a short ways north to the entrance of the Lothian Plateau. Mind you, don't get us lost. Sounds exactly like what happened at the beginning with the first quest. Okay, so we have to go to Gelsba, I think. The metallic hodgepodge at F9. Yes, all right. Just keep running the path and I'll get all the way out there. Whew. According to our time, we're probably going to finish up this quest and actually get back to where we left off in Wings of the Goddess before the end of the stream, so be interesting to see how far we get tonight. I think I know why no music is currently playing at the moment. It's because it's nighttime. I think music ends at nighttime. Pretty sure that's the reason, but I could be wrong. make sure that we run past this mechanical hodgepodge. It should be on our right. Center of the grid at the base of a tree. Hearing. Logging. Further south. There we go. I figured it was like right at the center there. Ah, we've arrived, Jedith. Hello! Chief Bostelete! Early! Eagerly we have awaited your return. This person whom you've recruited to assist us? Affirmative. The aid he has volunteered shall prove pivotal to the strategy. Well, good met, sir. My name is Pignoy, and I have the honor of serving under Chief Engineer Bostelete. Likewise, François. Jolly good to have you on board. Sir, but moments ago, word arrived from our Gelspa-based operative. A fangmonger Zogbog has resurfaced at the Orcish stronghold. Fangmonger? So after an extended absence, the infamous military tactician turned research exponent finally makes his return. But we, the Iron Ram engineers, shall be a spanner thrown into the works of Zogbog's dastardly plans. Let me explain the situation, Jedith. Some time ago, it came to light that the orcs were conducting arcane research on powerful magic statues for use in warfare in the deepest interior of Fort Gelspa. These constructs have been in development behind closed doors for the past 2 decades. And our intelligence operatives have brought alarming reports that their unveiling is nigh. There's no telling the destructive potential of the statues. This much is certain. They must not be given the chance to wreak havoc upon the kingdom. Masterminding the development is Zogbog, whom we believe seeks to exact revenge on the Orcish defeat in the Crystal War. With the Royal Knight General's endorsement, we have devised a covert strategy to infiltrate the enemy's lair, destroy the statues before they could be used against us. The gravity of our mission is such that numerous safeguards have been employed to ensure that the orcs are kept ignorant of our plan. Even so, Chief, I fail to see the need for all involved to call each other by code names. Thus far, it has proved to be a royal pain when communicating with fellow strategy members. A valid concern, soldier. If you find not unpleasant the idea of joining the hapless souls who met the foul play during the Great War, then by all means, wear your identity on your sleeve. Remarkably well put, sir. Mayhap a little inconvenience would not kill me, after all. Literally. It glads me to see that you understand. Now then, the hour of reckoning draws near. Draws nigh. Has the commander not yet arrived? If you seek Commander Maximil, he has been seen striking for Gelspa with a young lad in tow. Far be it for me to spread gossip, but I never imagined the commander had the time to rear a child, let alone take a woman to wife. Ah, yes, having matching swords and wearing identical frowns. They were indeed a heartwarming sight to behold. Oh, verily, there is far more to our fearless leader than meets the eye. Now, without further ado, Jez, pray make for Gelspa and rejoin the commander and his young companion. There you will rendezvous with our operative and be furnished with additional information. I must needs see to the unit's final preparation, but shall be on my way presently. Okay, so. We can find the survival guide. So we're going to do a little backtrack. Ourselves around. Okay. Okay, so I need to zone in. Yeah. No, it's no better than your last effort. What in the world do you mean? How can there have been any indecision in that? You mask him with blind aggression, but these eyes will not be tricked. Like a fool who tries to swim clad in armor, your movements are unencumbered by indecision still encumbered. Listen to me, boy. No man can undo his past. Every man gladly cleans onto his joys and successes, but as a ship raises anchor that it might sail towards the horizon, so too must a man bear the weight of his failures if he would move forward. I shall swear with you a pearl of wisdom. Share with you a pearl of wisdom. He who would toast the victor's sweetest nectar must first partake of defeat's bitterest victuals. These are the words of my erstwhile teacher. Huh. Why foul your mouth with something bitter? It makes not a whit of sense. In time, you will come to understand. For now, stay focused on the enemy. You're the adventurer from before. Forgive me my introspection, but your resemblance to an acquaintance of decades past invokes within me memories of bygone days. All right, who's next? Ah. Indecisive, am I? Yeah! Stop! Hold your marbles! Chocobos! Marginal improvement. Wow! Huh? Not an orc? That was uncalled for. I know that voice. Be strong, man! Ow. Intelligence operative. Laurent. Reporting, sir. So, the dauntless agent who had infiltrated the den of orcs was you all along. Altanus breath. It's good to see you alive, if somewhat the worse for wear. No need for concern, sir. The internal injuries sustained from that fell blow are already on the mend. More importantly, I come bearing intelligence of the latest Orcish activities. This breathing triggers some discomfort still. I'd be most obliged if you could lean closer. I love it. Oh, this is magnificent. Magnificent beyond words. So this is the fruit of 20 years of labor. Ah, Master Zogbog. No see you long time. Egads, Mechlock, how you've aged. Though 2 decades would do this to an orc. To any orc, I'm sure, to be sure. Well, pleased I am with your dedication and trusting the blueprints to you was the decision most wise. 20 year pass already? Me very enjoy work, so no feel like 20 a year. Dependable as ever, I see. Now tell me, is it operational? Right now, me inject magic, Master Zogbog. It is ready. It'd be ready soon. Ah, you want to show Master Zogbog something else? This way, please come. Do my eyes play at mischief? Dare I hope that before you stand me a mighty legion, ready to carry out my bidding? Do you like Master Zogbog? Me already finished inject magic, so they ready to move. Beyond my wildest dreams! With these miracles of science at my disposal, history shall be at my mercy. Not gonna do that again because it's gonna hurt my throat. Oh, that was a sliding orc. What the heck? And that concludes my report. Wait, you mentioned seeing an elven child being held captive. Tell me what he looked like. Regrettably, the dimness revealed little to me of the lad's appearance. I did, however, take note of the sword which lay at his side. This finely forged blade of fiery red steel, doubtless worth good coin. I suspect the lad is highborn. A friend of yours, I gather? Whether I could have extracted the lad, but the orcs carrying sentry made the task quite impossible. Death, the fault is mine that he's been taken. We must rescue him. I've given you leave, boy. Your training isn't complete. Versus, he stands not a chance on his own. Laurent, take word to Bastiolette. I shall proceed. We shall proceed the main course infiltrating the enemy's lair. Surely you jest. You're but a few, and the statues are powerful and many. There's no helping it. Insolent as he may be, we can't stand idly while the boy rushes headlong into grave peril. Go now, Laurent. Very well, sir. Before I leave, I will give you this orcish infiltration kit. It should allow you to escape the enemy's notice when you steal into the caverns. It is designed for single use, but spares can be obtained from the covert communication chest should the need arise. Please take all care, sir. I shall fly like the wind back to base camp. What? An elven child on the loose causing mayhem in Gelspa, you say? Examil, I'll wager. Mechlock, ready the statues for immediate deployment. I mean, small one, they already ready, Master Zogbog. No, not only those. I would see the crown and glory of my legion christened in battle. What? Master Zogbog may not finish inject magic into big one, and many trial to run. The enemy is but one scrawny elven boy, plus what other vermin crawls out of his woodwork. This would serve perfectly as the final test run before I send forth my legion to conquer the past. But, Master Zogbog, enough! You will do as I say. Yes, Master Zogbog. The moment of our showdown is come, Examil. By the honor of my fallen clan, I swear I shall have satisfaction of you this day. Trying not to do the voice too deep, because I think it's gonna ruffle my throat a little bit. Anyway, Okay, so we need to go from Gelshpa Outpost. Oh, yeah, so I don't want to go this direction. I need to go to Yugot Grotto, which is actually not hard to get to. I can't use a mount. It's okay. Okay, now it says to go to... Hang on a second. At I-10. The one down that way. Uh-huh. We shall go this way, then. Okay, we have to go to G9 now. Okay. It is kind of nice that knowing that if I will go into an area and if it's an earlier area, it's far more likely that I'm able to just kind of walk through it and not have an issue. Okay, now we need to find the scrape. What is it called? It is called the scrape mark at G9. Mining point. We need to go a little further. G9. I think it's over here. Yep, there we are. We have our cutscene. Prepare yourself, Zogbog. I've come to retrieve Rahal. You will return him to me this instant. D5 full thumb. I smell the blood of a young elven. No skulking about the shadows today, Zogbog. Highly unusual for a habitual coward such as you. Spare me the mockery. The predator has no need to cower from prey. He tries upon the unequaled majesty of my minions. What are these monstrosities? They are the Fangmonger Stone Legion, the juggernaut that shall run rampant over all of Vanadil. Into the past I shall send them to wrest power from the weakened grips of man and beast both, as they wage war and bleed each other dry. In time, the name of the Fangmonger clan shall come to fear the world over. Then my ascension to the Orcish throne shall be complete. For old time's sake, my young nemesis, I shall make you an offer most generous. You shan't find it wanting. Later rest your hostility towards me and join my cause. Bend your knee to me, accept me as your liege lord, and I shall make you a general among my armies. The presumption that I might betray my own is the greatest affront, Zogbog. Steel yourself for grave disappointment, or your vile ambition shall soon be reduced to piles of rubble. I find your lack of foresight disturbing, little rabbit. You shall come to regret spurning a place in the new Orcish Empire. Boy! More guests and right on cue. Time for talk is ended. Come face your doom, XML. Jedith. Awaken my loyal minions. Recreations of basically the Dynamis. Commander! Venerable Den of Adders. Shall be all we can do to keep them at bay until Bastalete arrives with reinforcements. Boy, think not for a moment that being here excuses you from lessons. But surely there's environs more conducive to learning. Go forth, Fangmonger Stone Legion. Go forth and annihilate those who would oppose my will. I guess Sockbog in this whole thing has been acting a bit like the mad scientist. Just a little bit. Lesson number 67. Oh, 6-7, what are you kidding me? Not venture, not gain. Hold fast to your objective and charge! You're back into Everbloom Hollow. Behold the dawning of the new Orcish Empire! Indecisive, am I? Ah! No! My mighty legion! My ambition! Quite simple, really. No, how could this be? Today gets a painstaking labor undone in a single confrontation. That clock, do something or my entire legion is finished. Easy say, difficult do, Master Zogbog. Right in the nick of time. Mr. Lede, you shall have words regarding your definition of nick of time before the day is through. Dang it! Move, I say! Move, you worthless piece of junk! That's just gonna hurt. Yeah! Back me to the very end, will you? it's resumed functioning. Something's amiss. Uh-oh, this is not good. Statue will go out of control. What strange spell is this the Colossus incants? Becklek, explain to me what's happening. Huh? Where did that machine-loving misfit vanish? Darn him thrice over. Master Zugbog, me so sorry. Self-destruct device me fit to activate. Explosion happen soon. What? Bucknagog's backside. Who placed an order for such a hazardous feature? Me forget meat over cook fire. Me go now, Master Zugbog. The equivalent of I left the oven on. Don't you dare abandon me, you disloyal, self-serving wretch! Commander, if that orc speaks true, we haven't a moment to lose. Why do you linger? Hurry and escape, lest the explosives claim us all. Are you certain, boy? Your friend is being held hereabouts? Past certain. I must neutralize the explosion and save him. Let me remind you, no guarantee exists that we will succeed and escape with our own lives. Even should I knowingly face impossible odds, I cannot leave a friend at the mercy of death. A man must be prepared to bear all of life's burdens if he wishes to move forward. These are your own words. Aptly said, boy. Very well, I shall stand beside you in this. Consider this your chance to put to practice all you've learned. The final examination commence. Found it. Means to fulfilling my ambition. All spent. With me, boy. Ah! Oh, nice. Launch! Stop! Darn you! Did he do it? I think so. And right on top of Zogbog. Try to get out from under that now. Passed out from the exertion. Rest easy, boy. You've passed the exam with flying colors. Will these two be all right? They fall into a slumber of exhaustion, but have taken no permanent damage as far as I can see. Commander, I discovered this ring by the cavern entrance. The fine craftsmanship bespeaks great worth, and I thought you should see it. The goddess, I thought it lost forever. This ring disappeared from my possession sometime during the expedition to Razawa. Such a journey it must have had to make its way back here. I must say, gazing at the children puts me in mind of our own childhood. Decked out in their swords and armor, with the Orcish war machine standing guard over them, all this seems to add to the vividness of my recollections. If that's sentiment, you are not alone. I, for one, could bask for eternity in the warmth of this moment, but duty calls. I shall see the children safely return to Battaglia Downs. Please join me at your earliest convenience, Jedith. You shall find me by the statue where first we met. Shall I accompany you? I alone should suffice for this simple task, Commander. Might I suggest you take word of our success back to the kingdom? And pray visit Lady Altenia, too, if you mind? You may take your leave of us, soldier. Yes, sir. At what, sir? Ah, Lady Altenia, huh? Mm-hmm. Father. Well. Okay. Now we need to make our way back to where we need to be. Luckily, it put us out really close to where we could potentially go. Well, I don't think that's the finest, that's the best situation for us. I'd like to make it back to a book. The book would take us right to where we need to go. Figured that was the case. We'll go ahead and hurry through here and get back through the other post at Fort Gelspa. That will get us close. Hmm. Well, that's the case. Lady Altenia is far older because XML was still a boy. She was clearly young adult, potentially, pushing the human equivalent of, early 20s or something, while he was still a teenager or something. Hello, Seth. Please come on in. We're just finishing up the last nation quest for Sandoria in Wings of the Goddess. We have one last cutscene, and then we're done. nothing happens, it says. Well, what is wrong? What have I done wrong? It says, after the battle, examine the cavernous maw and battalion downs. Oh, maybe it's not been unlocked in the past, which I find odd. I find that very odd. Maybe I've never come back through here at... Yeah. Maybe that's what's happened. Let me do... Juno, lower Juno, probably. If we go to lower Juno, run out, we should run into... Oh, there was a book that was right there. Huh. Oh, the book is different in the past, not in the present. Oh, well. Either way. Give me a second here. I need to look some. I can't seem to locate the... Oh, okay. Never mind. So, long roundabout detour. Just make sure that I have this unlocked. There we go. I didn't have it unlocked. Now I do. Fabulous. Hey there, Jedith. I give you my thanks. It was no small part due to that today's strategy was a success. It shall be my great pleasure to convey every inspiring detail of your exploits to General Hall. 2 children are still sound asleep. Just such was the archness of today's events. Please safely return them whence they came. What? You would know my true identity? Firstly, that information is highly classified. Secondly, I would remind you that it is unseemly to press for an answer one already knows. Now, before the opportunity escapes me, please accept this small token of my gratitude. If it might prevail upon you for one last favor, please see that this to the hands of young Bistolet. People await my return, for this is where we must part, Jedith. Till such time as fate brings us together again, fare you well. Was that okay? So one more person followed us. Ah, they're back. My lord, Rahal, Jedith. Are you all right? Has anyone come to harm? Eximel, Rahal, wake up! Have at you, Zogbog! Where's the statues? Did we prevent the explosion? And that man who was the spitting image of Father. I fear the Count has taken a knock to the head. Be steady, Captain Rahal. Was I asleep that whole time? Was it all but a dream? Jedith, I suspect you can fill in the blanks on their behalf. I think that was slightly incorrect. Be steady, Captain Rahal. I think it was supposed to be Lord Eximel, but... What? You've brought Pistoletti's journal to me? A moment, Jedith. How come you by my birthday? Besides my family, I'm not supposed to have this knowledge. I was a sickly infant, you see, and spent the better time of my early years abed. In their ardent desire to see me grow strong, my father took me to calling Pistole, a boy's name. Oh! Jedith, this journal! Pieces are falling into place now. Simple words of thanks shall not suffice to express my gratitude. I promise to repay your kindness someday. Hey, Ramus, the missing men. Zogbog said that they were... Rest easy, my lord. They've been found and rescued from a nearby cave, alive, if a touch ruffled from their long captivity. You freed me from much torment. Thank you, J. Ramus. Truly, no captain would hope for a more dependable deputy. My lord, words of praise become you not, but you do me great honor. Oh, no. Eximel, you've dared to foil me yet again. My soul shall know no peace. Until I wring the life out of you with my bare hands! Brutal kick. Ah! Right back in you go. Ow, ow, ow. That smarts. That jetteth. However did that little runt Examil enlist such a powerful ally? It's ill for my chances. Gad, Zooks, what's this nonsense I speak? Presence of time travel have ailed my brain is all. I'm the predator, not prey. Next we meet, Examil, such pain I shall visit upon you. You shall beg of me. Ah! I was barely engaging in some fanciful music, my lord. Harmless, really. No need to over... Ah! It's time we rejoin the allies at the Valdonian front, my lord. Let us secure victory in the name of Altana, and thence make our return to Sandoria. Tend me, one and all. I would speak of you of my plans after we accomplish our immediate objectives. Even should we emerge triumphant in the war, my intent is not to return to Sandoria. We shall instead press onward and traverse the northern seas to Razawa, to the Orcish homeland. Examil? My lord, what do you mean you say? What do you mean you... Do you mean what you say? The Orcish Empire lies farther beyond all imagining, Examil. Years shall pass before you're able to return home. Well have I considered that, Cyrenius, yet I cannot sleep soundly at the knowledge that, Monagal orcs like the likes of Zogbog and Degvadog thrive there, the tens of thousands. It is only a matter of time before their bloodlust drives them to our shores. Left unchecked, ever would Sandoria, nay, the whole of Vandale tremble in the shadow of this threat. We, the Cardinal Stag, shall take the battle to the enemy and be as the plague to them. Coast to coast, we shall make the orcs know the self-same fear they visited upon our people. Before we can do so, however, we must first put a swift end to the war that rages upon our own soil. I'm speechless, my lord. Your forefathers are surely gazing down from the heavens at this very moment, eyes brimming with pride. There's no greater honor for me than to serve House Archeot. Even though our destination be the very bowels of hell, I shall willingly follow my lord unto my dying breath. And I as well, to the bitter end. I am Spartacus. Examil, that you have been planning such a thing, I can scarce conceal my astonishment. I hadn't intended to astonish, I assure you. I count you as all joining us then? This would mean the reformation of our unit. As much as I burn for it, it is not yet our time. We've much growing to do yet before we earn the right to fight by your side. But this I promise you, one day I shall be worthy to lead my own knights. When the day comes when we can lead our unit shoulder to shoulder into battle, be it Razawa, Ulbeka, or even beyond, ever ready shall I stand to answer the call of your war horn, and we shall fight along one another as brothers once more. Aye. Thus does this chapter of your adventures with the young Griffins draw to a close. Their tale, however, will continue for long after the Crystal Wars end. Exmo led his cardinal stags northward across the seas to strike the Orcish homeland. Oh, are they going to have one of the... Oh, I like these. If it's talking about each character, like what they will do, I do like that. Paul returned to Sandoria and strove to climb to the highest echelons of the Royal Knights. Cernunnos sought the power of the dragon that he might call to quell the Makugu's death. Oh, I get. Oh my gosh, that just clicked into place. My goodness. I think Cernunnos is the guy who we fight in the Dragoon side quest. The Dragoon Unlock quest. Yearning to explore his potential, embarked on a grueling. From the ranks of the Iron Ram engineers. Okay. Didn't quite read that through. Yeah. The chosen path of each young griffin would be fraught with myriad hardships. Come what may, the memories of the triumphs and tragedies they tasted, with you beside them shall forever stand tall as their beacon of strength. That's a nice little way how to end it. Guiding light that burns as brilliantly as the stars in the night sky. Are we done? Because I thought we would be done by now. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I need to go talk to somebody. And there's Seth right now. Now, his name is Jamal. Age 5. think he's inside the Archduke's house. Here he is. I was sure poring over these annals of history would be enough. Oh ho! Do my eyes deceive me? But are you a trust initiate? What are you doing? Well, there is one gentlewoman who claims to have called forth an alter ego all by herself. Can you imagine what that means for our research? We may be on the verge of an incredible breakthrough. Rumor says that intimate knowledge of the person she is trying to summon was sufficient to complete the ritual. So here I am, researching, trying to replicate her success with a historical figure. But it's no good. Without the bonds, we can't just do it. Plus, as we've come to craft ciphers, magical parchments that concentrate entities from a third party into physical forms. But that's the rub. It still requires those bonds in the first place. But someday... What are my manners? I didn't even come here to see a stuffy scholar's ramblings. And just look at you! Fascinating. Yes, your aura. I've done it again, haven't I? 1,000 pardons. I asked if you were a part of the Trust Initiative, but you were so much more than that. Take this bundle of half-inscribed scrolls as a gift from the Institute. It's a cipher crafted from the very process I spoke of earlier. The emotions of separate individuals converted into magical energy. Extraordinary, wouldn't you agree? Calling forth an alter ego with the thoughts of a third party. It's all very experimental, so I make no promises as to the efficacy of such a scroll. It's all we can do to keep the energies from collapsing in on themselves. Unlike a traditional scroll, these ciphers cannot be recited by anyone with a passing level of literacy. They require the assistance of certain Institute staff located in major cities throughout Vanadil. Still, I promise the journey will be worth it, for you and for us. Bonds cannot be severed like a hot knife cutting through some peanut butter. The key is whether or not the strengths of the bond's creators are enough to survive transcription. If there's someone who feels a strong connection with, what can it hurt to ask them for their cooperation? You'll never know until you try. This is what I was looking for. So, what can I now do? If I go talk to Roland in South Sandoria, I can now go get XML, young XML basically, as a trust. And that would be wonderful. By the way, Seth, I found somebody helping with the Jurassic Park fight, so I got my fights done. So next time that campaign rolls around, whenever they do it, I will be more ready for it. No, it makes it easy. The person who helped me was in my link shell. They came as Geo Red Mage and just nuked him down. About the point when the Predators do a level up, they were dead. Okay. It's good to see your face, Jareth. We've been waiting for a message from our former Captain Exmel. Have you heard aught? I see. So then we are both equally in the dark. I can only hope that naught has befallen him in Razawa. It would be wholly unlike him to be bested with ease. You are right, of course. Ever true the old phrase, no news is good news. Truth be told, my worries lie with Captain Rahal. Jareth, perchance you have stumbled upon him? As captain of the swift-winged griffins, his days are long and his nights yet longer. He leads new recruits onto the field of battle nearly each day, aiming to inspire them by vanquishing what remains of the orcs. Regardless of the glory, honor, and fame he earns for himself, he aspires to become more. We beg him to repose, but to let others handle this task, yet he refuses to listen to us. You, on the other hand, it comes as no surprise that Rahal would take nary a moment to rest. Examil? Is that truly you? Pistole, Roland, and Jeth. I trust the three of you fare well and continue to grow each day. And you, too, have shot up in height. But what on Vandale has brought you back? Struggle against the orcs is ceaseless, but our efforts are finally borne fruit. We succeeded in toppling one of their main fortresses. I was tasked with delivering a report to His Majesty, as well as cobbling together a regiment of fresh reinforcements. Jeramus remains ever the bother, so freeing myself from this untruth, were I to say that my trek across the Urlion range was so simple. But seeing you all has lightened the heart and given me wings to my spirit. Your words are far too kind. And news of your victory pleases us further still. Striking at the heart of the enemy and drawing blood bodes well for us. I only hope that it buys us some measure of respite. We left men at the highest caliber to secure the front. I am afraid I cannot rest on our laurels. The counterattack is surely on the horizon. But enough tales of victory. You say that Rahal is causing some consternation? Far be it from him to listen to me, or to any of our elders, but I realize now we cannot be tethered to what we once were. Do you not agree, Jeth? We become strong to protect what we hold dear, yet with each passing moment, our responsibilities grow in number. This is a sign of maturity. Well, knocked him over. I figured we would. Examil? What? What is the meaning of this? Help me, Jedith. I'm your alter ego, Examil. Something similar to you, but not wholly the same. Representing who you are before you are fully an adult. But how is such a thing? Is this some form of new magic? Never in my few years have I heard of such. Wait, this presents an opportunity most golden. But Examil's alter ego talk some sense into Rahal? Roland, your perspicacity when facing the unknown has taken me by pleasant surprise. Examil, your approval means more than I could possibly express. Men, word has reached me that Examil has... By the goddess, there are two of you! My eyes deceived me not. I had wondered if you had been beset by vertigo. Perhaps I should take a rest. That works. Captain? Rahal? This is certainly taking a turn for the expected, yet somehow all is well in the end. I think he just fell over. Okay, I wanted to mark that off in my list, but apparently this list does not have him up. Huh. Oh, there is, let's see. So I have a spreadsheet that somebody gave me that has all the names of the trust to kind of keep a running tally, and Examil from the young Examil is not on here. Oh well, no big deal. Anyway, we actually started a couple minutes late, so we're ending a couple minutes late. Go into my magic here. And there he is. So, going back to where we were. Okay, so that is the last we have for the Griffins, as it was obviously surmised. So we don't have to do anything with that anymore. We do have the rest of the Wings of the Goddess to do, but we have to take a break with the story for the time being. Yep, I left on another cliffhanger with Lilith being seemingly yanked away and been devoured by Atomos, and Lady Lilith having victory for the time being. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm assuming that we're going to have to do something to actually retrieve her and take down Lady Lilith. But we'll have to see about that on Monday. Anyway, so I think I'm going to leave us here in this area. I want to thank everybody for showing up, for watching. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, I really like this game, and when we get around to the point of finishing up the story stuff, I'm going to keep finding things to try and do in this game. For people, you know, we've got achievements to do, we've got objectives to fight and stuff like that. We'll see how the weekend goes. I've got a few things on my plate that I'm going to try and handle. Honestly, I will be in this game, probably trying to level up my ninja, try and get my ninja to 99. Once I do that, oh, it's going to be a lot better. But yeah, I will go ahead and leave it off here. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you had a good week as well. It's gotten colder here. It's gotten to the point where I feel like I need to have a hot shower every day to wake up, as well as to warm my body, because it just is nippy in the house in the morning. But so it is when you get around to the winter and stuff. So anyway, I will see you guys next week. I'm thinking that for Thursday we might do a change in the game. Rather than we might do multiple streams. We might do the whole day might be covered in streams. I don't know. Next Friday is canceled. The stream will be postponed because I have a Christmas dinner, Christmas party I need to go to. So, and I probably will double up with that for something that I'm doing for my birthday. So, whatever that may be, I hope I will see you guys Monday. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you stay safe and have fun. Until then, good night, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.